Right now, I'm stuck. Not on planning the SaaS. My inbox is a nightmare. You can't build in public if you're buried in the wrong task. And I can't plan a SaaS startup if I'm mentally fried before lunchtime.
Yeah, so it's been roughly 2 weeks into planning this AI-powered SaaS startup. I must say I'm starting to hit a wall. Emails are swallowing my time. Content ideas are pulling up. Tasks are derailing my focus. To share this with you guys, I didn't expect the bottlenecks to be so prominent within this challenge. It's showing up quite early, which I'm grateful for. We can do quite a bit now to preempt it and to ensure that we can identify future bottlenecks as well. But I didn't expect this. Guys, if you are joining us for the first time, I would highly advise you to start from episode 1. I'll link that episode in the description, or it might pop up somewhere here on the screen. Just to go over the rules again, the goal here is to build an AI SaaS product that it generates $100,000 in revenue, or we exit at a minimum of $100,000 in that revenue. Then we have the Bolt method. So the product must be built with AI. It's not just AI branded, but operationally needs to utilize AI. That's the ultimate idea. Then full transparency. That's why we're documenting this in real time through a series of videos and supporting information, documentation, etc. And then this is solo-led. So for you guys who don't know, I've built multiple businesses in multiple countries in the old traditional way, and I'm now fully pivoting into this new AI native world that we find ourselves in. So what solo-led essentially means is this project is led by me, but collaborators and support is definitely allowed. The idea here is not to run solo, try to figure everything out myself. It's to really tap into my resources, my Rolodex, and ensuring that I get input from all areas where appropriate to be able to build one of the best, if not the best, practical AI SaaS product. Then another thing is we're bootstrapping this. There's no external investors involved in the beginning. We might get, I'm not sure. But to start this off, there's no internal investors. This is just my resources, my partners, or credits. And then strategic alliances and partnerships are permitted in the challenge. It's very important to note is that strategic partnerships are fine if they align with the vision and the values of the challenge. So sponsorships are welcome as long as they don't dictate the bold or have a huge impact in derailing the product at its core. And then guys, creative support. I can use editors, creative directors, automation tools, contractors where appropriate. As long as I stay actively involved in the decisions and the development of this process, those are allowed. Another rule is no pre-built products that generated revenue. So I can't use any of previous software that's already generated any form of revenue and bring that into the challenge. We might here and there use some inspiration, and we don't know, maybe we take an old software, we revive it, and we bring it to life and then start to sell it. But a lot of the software that I've been sharing online, we haven't really made public. I think there's one so far that's been publicly made available. However, there's no revenue. So if we ever choose to use old software, that's fine, as long as it's on zero revenue. And then guys, I need to mention no outcomes guaranteed here. So I'm not promising any form of results for you guys currently watching and anyone in future going through the content of this challenge. This is not a step-by-step guide. This is my personal challenge that I'm setting out for myself with my years of experience in business, with my network, my resources. And then lastly, guys, document the success and the failures of the challenge. I will share what I can share. If the product flops or it stalls, I'll share those failures and I'll share the wins with you guys as well. So there's full transparency and no sugarcoating.
I'm building in public, sharing every step of this journey raw and unfiltered, but right now, I'm stuck. Not on planning the SaaS, but on editing the content and directing where this journey should go based on the content. I'm spending hours on idealization, brainstorming sections, reflections, messy notes, but turning it into episodes you'd watch is a grind I'm not built for right now. I'm spending a lot of time tweaking cuts, scripting, and trying to make the rest of my additional content on this YouTube channel pop. Every minute I spend editing is a minute I'm not refining the SaaS strategy or mapping out the next step. That's why I brought in Jog. He's my creative director, the guy who takes the rough footage and make it flow. As mentioned before, this isn't a team-run business. It's a solo-led challenge with creative collaborators like Jock helping amplify the content creation process. And I'm sure we will get other people on board at a later stage as well, depending on how the content is doing and also what Jock's availability looks like. But it is lean and it is collaborative. Jock brings editing magic and creative directing. I bring the execution here. So if you're curious about how Jock works and want to see more of his creative approach, I've linked his channel in the description below. Highly worth checking it out. So as mentioned in the previous episode, I'm not going old school with a big crew. I'm staying true to my operator roots, building systems that let me focus on what I do best. In this instant, Jock is my bridge over this content chaos, turning my raw content into episodes so I can keep moving forward. You can't build in public if you're buried in the wrong tasks. I was losing hours to editing, hours that I should have spent planning on the SaaS or strategizing. Bringing in Jock isn't just about outsourcing. It's architecting a system where I play to my strengths. As you see me solve this, you might wonder what tasks are stealing your time and who or what could free you up. For me, this is about staying lean, staying focused, and keeping the fire alive. Content is just one beast, but admin is another. Email scheduling, meetings, logistics, etc. It's like wading through mud. I'm trying to plan an AI SaaS startup, share this journey, and I'm stuck answering emails. My inbox is a nightmare. Half of them are noise, but they scream for attention. I realize I can't scale this, any of it, if I'm playing secretary. So I brought in an AI executive assistant with N8N. So if you don't know N8N, it's a workflow tool like an AI operator or conductor, similar to Zapier or Make.com. I've set it up to sort out my emails, flag what's urgent, and write responses that it keeps in the draft folder for me inside of my emails to access and decide if I want to send that exact email or not. It's not perfect yet. Some emails might even slip through the cracks, but it's a game changer for me right now, and I'm seeing this resolve as protecting my focus. As an operator, I'm wired to build systems, not drown in them. These AI automations are keeping my scaffolding, keeping admin at bay, so I can do what I'm here for: plan and execute. I remember my agency days buried in admin, losing hours to emails while clients waited. I swore to myself I'd never go back there. This time, I'm planning differently, lean, smart, AI native. And you might notice how much time you could be reclaiming by letting tools handle the clutter. For me right now, N8N is steady and it's reliable, keeping the chaos in check so I can keep my eyes on the vision. I'm pursuing 100K not because you should, and you shouldn't do this. This is by no means a blueprint for you to follow, but because it gives this challenge real teeth. I'm not in any way, shape or form suggesting, implying or saying that you should do this challenge or that you will get any results by watching or going through it. This challenge is purely for educational, informational purposes only, as it is a personal journey that I'm sharing publicly. Those rules are my compass, but they don't make the road smooth. I've tackled content with Jock and admin with these N8N agents, but new bottlenecks are waiting. And I can just think of 3 currently staring me down, and that could be prioritization, decision fatigue, and feedback overload. Prioritization is a killer. Ideas are flooding in, SaaS features, content angles, partnerships. It's like a river I can't dam. I'm not a visionary who sees one clear path. I'm an operator who builds the path. Picture me at my desk, sticky notes everywhere, each one a spark I want to chase. Do I flesh out a new feature? Should I script out another episode? Do I call on a partner? It's paralyzing. I've got a fire hose of ideas, but no filter to pick what moves me closer to the 100,000. This isn't just about time. It's about focus, about knowing what matters when everything feels urgent. As I said earlier, in my agency days, chasing every lead, spreading myself thin until I burned out. I can't let that happen here. Then there's decision fatigue. Every day is 100 choices: plan this feature or that, post this slip or rewrite it, reply to this email or ignore it. By noon, my brain is a fog. And I can't plan a SaaS startup if I'm mentally fried before lunchtime. I need a system to lighten the load and to make my choices clearer. Something that gives me a bit of feedback without the overload. So building in public is a double-edged sword. comments, DMs, emails, everyone's got something to say. Admin and content are big hurdles, but there's another bottleneck that hits deeper: task management. Planning this SaaS startup is like composing a track. Every beat has to hit right, every piece has to align with the bigger vision while staying on track with the metronome, etc. It's got the potential to turn into chaos very quickly. But with a million tasks swirling, research this, plan that, follow up here, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. And I'm not just planning a product, I'm chasing a mission to build something lean, impactful, and true to my values. And that's my North Star, an AI SaaS that amplifies human potential through AI without the bloat of old school models. But without a system to keep my tasks tied to that vision, I'm just spinning wheels. And as an operator, I thrive on building systems that work. I need a system to organize my thoughts, prioritize my tasks, and hold me accountable to my mission, values, and North Star. Not so long ago, we created an AI app that does just that. It's not flashy, but it's a lifeline and makes my daily task orientation just so much more streamlined. With every single task I add, the app scores it against my North Star. Does it move me closer to the $100,000 or not, and slots it into my daily priorities. It's like having a co-pilot who keeps me honest and accountable. This app isn't just a to-do list, it's a mirror. It forces me to ask, is this task aligned with my vision to build a lean AI native SaaS? Does it reflect my values of purpose and stewardship? And if not, it gets cut. That's accountability. You might find yourself wondering how a clear system could slice through your own chaos, letting you focus on what drives you. This journey isn't polished, but it's real. Bottlenecks like content, admin, and task prioritization can really bury you if you aren't proactive in managing that. If you don't beat them, if you don't have creative direction, if you don't have automation to help you streamline certain operations, if you don't have the form of creative direction that will help to build something like this in public and launching it, then I'll invite you to consider exploring certain functions further. In the next episode, I'm diving into tech as a whole, looking at tech infrastructures, what that looks like, and speaking to someone very dear to my heart that has helped me on my journey up until now. That's built software for many years, that's run successful operations with software, and that plugged software in a lot of different businesses. The intention behind this meet is to get clarity around what does the infrastructure look like? What does one need to have in place from a SaaS model point of view traditionally in order to run a good, manageable, stable SaaS? Taking that insights into consideration, I will then take that, move that over to an agentic infrastructure and see what do I need in order to make all of this work? What do I need to put in place in order to ensure that the agentic infrastructures that we are building are in alignment with the growth trajectory of the product, and seeing what that looks like at scale. If that's something you're open to and you would love to watch further, allow yourself to subscribe and follow the journey as we're moving closer to the build of the SaaS product. And tell me, if you're a founder, what measures have you put in place in order to assist with bottlenecking and ensuring that you would be able to overcome whatever you need to in your growth journey? If you feel called to it, subscribe to follow the journey. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. See you in the next one.